and gentlemen, please direct your attention to midfield as we would like to take this opportunity to recognize and honor the following 3 seniors and their parents for their contributions to Hastings College and the Bronco soccer program over the last 4 years as they play in their last regular season home game tonight. While at Hastings College, this group has compiled the record 76 wins, 12 losses, and 3 ties. Their teams have won 4 straight conference championships, appeared in 3 NAIA national tournaments, including an NAIA Sweet 16 appearance in 2009, winning the 2010 NAIA National Championship with an undefeated record of 25-0, and a 2011 NAIA National Championship game appearance. These seniors contributed to the consecutive win streak of 39, which broke an NAIA record on September 9th of 2011. Each of their teams have finished in the NAIA National Top 25 poll. First, we'd like to honor defender Brian Kudron from Omaha, Nebraska, son of Al and Julie Kudron. Brian has been a 4-year starter for the Broncos and has scored 2 goals and has 1 assist from his center back position. Brian was named first team All-GPAC in 2011. Thank you, Brian. Now we'd like to honor midfielder Aaron Mulgrew from Lincoln, Nebraska, son of Tom Mulgrew and Rhonda Mulgrew. Aaron has been a 3-year starter for the Broncos. Aaron has scored 1 goal and has assisted on 13 goals from his holding midfielder position. Thank you, Aaron. Now we'd like to honor forward Jordan Green from Lincoln, Nebraska, son of Jeff and Cindy Green. Jordan was selected to the 2010 and 2011 GPAC All-Conference team and the 2010 and 2011 NAIA All-Tournament team, where he was also named Offensive National Tournament MVP in both years. In his 3 years, Jordan has scored 64 goals, which is a Hastings College record, and assisted on 37. This fall, Jordan has twice been named GPAC Player of the Week and has been named NAIA National Player of the Week twice in his career. Thank you, Jordan. Seniors, thank you for your commitment and hard work over the past 4 years. Also, a special thank you to the parents for your support over the last 4 years. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a round of applause to this great group of men and their parents. Thank you.
Lay. Sir. Yeah.
Kane is in the building.
Yeah. It's alright, already the show goes on all night till the morning we
If we limit the mistakes defensively and we stay motivated, we keep working hard, we will finish as a national champion.
To go from never winning a game in the national tournament to being in the national final, I mean, it's quite an accomplishment for the players. They deserve all the credit for that.
But this at least is the beginning. And what an exciting time. It's just a great day to be a Bronco.
Hello and welcome to Lloyd Wilson Stadium. My name is Kirk Ornoff and I am filling in for Justice Stoles and Andy Butler for this broadcast between the Hastings College Broncos and the Dordt College Defenders. And this is shaping up to be a very good matchup, as looking back at these two teams and their seasons they've had so far this year, Hastings College, not really what they've expected. And, you know, the last couple of years they have done very well, especially in their non-conference matchups. You look at what they have done against teams nationally ranked. Science and Arts of Oklahoma, that was their very first matchup of the year. They lost that one 2-1. Science and Arts of Oklahoma is currently ranked 3rd in the country. The next day they played Bethel of Tennessee. That one was an away game. They were in Tennessee for that one. Unfortunately, were not able to pull that one off as Bethel came away with a 4-3 victory there. They are currently ranked 20th in the country. You go now to September 13th against Kansas Wesleyan. That was also an away game. Kansas Wesleyan currently ranked 10th in the country. The Broncos unable to pull that one out 2-1 as the Coyotes took the win on that one. And then on October 16th, the game against Ashford College from Iowa. Ashford, at the time, number 21 in the country. The Broncos unable to pull that one out as that one was played right here at Lloyd Wilson Stadium as Ashford pulled that one out 1-0. So Hastings College 0-4 on the season against ranked teams. And in teams receiving votes, they played Grandview of Iowa. That one was back on September 7th. The Broncos able to pull out a 1-0 victory. So 1-4 against teams receiving national consideration, or who are currently receiving national consideration. But 2 key losses for this Broncos team that are currently keeping them out of the top 25 poll is back on September 18th. The Broncos had a bad 1-0 loss at Bellevue from Nebraska, as Bellevue took that one 1-0. And then just a couple games ago, back on the 20th, at Northwestern of Iowa in Orange City, the Red Raiders able to take a 1-0 victory on that one. So those 2 losses keeping the Broncos out of the national polls. You know, the Broncos, due to a technicality, really started unranked in the preseason poll, but then when the first actual poll came out, they were number 14 in the country. After a couple of those losses, the Bellevue loss, the Ashford loss, they fell down to 20th, but then after that loss to Northwestern, the team has dropped out of the top 25 and is now currently one of 15 teams that is receiving votes in the NAIA poll. But looking on the other side of the ball for the Dordt defenders, Dordt really having kind of a back-and-forth season, a very similar season to the Hastings College Broncos, as Dordt on the season is 10-6-1 overall. That one tie coming to Doane, ironically on the same night as the Broncos lost to Northwestern. That was a 1-1 game. So Dordt 6-2-1 in the GPAC. Hastings College 8-1. They are number 1 and number 3 in the conference. But Dordt is on a little bit of a roll. They have won 5 of the last 7 games. They are 5-1-1 in that span, with their only loss coming to Columbia of Missouri. So that wasn't even a conference loss on that one. But looking at the 2 teams in the conference standings, Hastings College 8-1, 11-6 overall. Dordt is 6-2-1, 10-6-1 overall. So you're looking at 2 teams with very similar records to each other in that one. Midland is currently in between the 2 of them with a 7-2 GPAC record, but now the 2 teams are getting ready for its starting lineups. And we will head to the PA announcer for the announcements of the starting lineups.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Hastings College and Lloyd Wilson Field on the Osborne Family Sports Complex.
Tonight's Great Plains Athletic Conference game between the defenders of Dordt College and your Hastings College Broncos. The officials for tonight's game are Andrew Smith, Guy McNeely, and John Pasica. Now the starting lineup for the defenders. Number 1, John Brinkerhoff. Number 3, Eric Grutenbohr. Number 5, David Miedema. Number 6, Ben Ness. Number 8, Brian Miller. Number 12, Kyle Vanderzee. Number 13, David Riley. Number 20, Josh Brinkerhoff. Number 24, Brady Van Holland. Number 25, Mason Davis. And number 26, Scott Van Weiland. The defenders are coached by Dave Schenk. He's assisted by Tim Klein. And now, the starting lineup for your Hastings College Broncos. Number 3, a sophomore from Germany, Nick Zarens. Number 5, a sophomore from Lincoln, Nebraska, Shane Davidson. Number 7, a senior from Lincoln, Nebraska, Jordan Green. Number 8, a freshman from Germany, Leon Brody. Number 9, a freshman from Germany, Felix Prossel. Number 10, a junior from New Zealand, Thomas Boss. Number 12, a senior from Omaha, Nebraska, Brian Kudron. Number 14, a junior from Omaha, Nebraska, Jake Esai. Number 17, a sophomore from Gretna, Nebraska, Tyler Ortlieb. Number 21, a senior from Lincoln, Nebraska, Aaron Mulgrew. And in goal, number 13, a freshman from Lincoln, Nebraska, Alex Geyer. Hastings College is coached by Chris Crakes in his 15th year. He's assisted by Corey Miller, Ross Brady, and Mike Nanfito.
And so there you have it, the starting lineups for the Dordt College Defenders and the Hastings College Broncos. Once again, shaping up to be a very good match. But before we start with this one, we got to go with some other Hastings College action today, as Hastings College football team traveled to Crete to face the Doane College Tigers, and not much good to report out of that game, as John Dossel, the quarterback for Hastings College, just 19 of 46 passing for 256 yards and a touchdown. That's the yardage and the touchdown. That's really about the only positive that you can say, as 19 of 46, not a very good pass percentage there. And then the Broncos offense rushing the ball, not a whole lot there to speak of, as Hastings College only had 62 yards rushing. They put up more than that against the number 1 rush defense last week in Morningside. But the Doane College Tigers, that's where the story is, as Doane rushed for 236 yards on the Broncos defense. So Hastings College losing that one to the Doane Tigers, who are receiving votes nationally, and Hastings College for sure after that loss is going to be dropping out of the top 25. But speaking of the top 25, the other Hastings College athletic team, this is breaking news really within the last 15 minutes here, as the volleyball team traveled to Northwestern in Orange City, who gave the soccer team fits a couple weeks ago. The Broncos won the first game. The Red Raiders took the second one. Broncos took the third. The Red Raiders take the fourth one. Fifth game of the volleyball game, that is where the story was, as Northwestern was up 8-3 when they switched sides in the fifth set, and the Broncos coming back to win 16-14 in a controversial fifth game. As there were a couple calls that could have gone either way, but Hastings College was able to get both of them, so the Hastings College volleyball team is now undefeated still in conference play. So this one is underway now here, as the Broncos are going to try to control the ball, as Jordan Green trying to pass that one up, but it's going to be intercepted by the Dordt defenders. So now Van Weiland's going to get it up now for David Riley, and they are currently in the back defense right now trying to set their offense up. So Ben Ness is the one who is going to control the ball, trying to get it up to the midfield, but a good job by Zarens to get the control of the ball. So now Kudron's going to set up the offense, get it up for Brody, who's going back and forth with Jordan Green. That ball is set up for Zarens, back to Green, who's going to center the ball up for Thomas Boss, but it's going to go to the defenders, as now Van Weiland's going to pass the ball off to the far side. A lot of action between the 40s here. This is really what we're kind of expecting in this match, as the two teams are so evenly matched here. So there's going to be a steal. That one is going to go to Jake Esai. Esai going to try to find Zarens in the middle, but the ball is going to be intercepted, and now it is going to go to Ben Ness of this Dordt defenders team. Broncos now have control of it once again here as Jake Esai going to give it back for Brian Kudrin, who's going to control the offense, try to get it up to Jordan Green, but that one's nicely played once again by the defenders, and now David Riley is going to try to get it forward. But once again, just lots of passing getting intercepted here, as I would like to see the pass percentages already. And another pass intercepted there by the Broncos, and it's now going to be go back for Tyler Ortlieb. His pass forward going to go to the Dordt defenders, whose pass is going to go back to the Broncos. So SI is going to set the ball back for Ortlieb, who's going to center it up to Brian Kudrin, who's going to go to the near side for Leon Broody. Broody's pass forward is going to be intercepted by Josh Brinkeroff of the Dordt defenders team, and he's going to give the ball back to the Broncos. So Zarens all the way to the far side over for Prossel. Felix Prossel's going to get into the 18-yard box. He's going to send a shot, and that one is going to be stopped by John Brinkerhoff, the goalkeeper for the Dordt defenders team. So Van Weiland is going to control it, now get it up for Miedema, who's going to get it up once again for Mason Davis. And they're just going to control the ball here a little bit as the pass across was tipped by a Bronco, but the defenders are still going to retain control of it. And the keeper, Brinkeroff, that one's going to go out of bounds on the far sideline, going to result in a Bronco throw-in. So now Zarens. And ball's going to be back for Mulgrew in the midfield. And up for Davidson. Davidson centering the ball. That one is for Zarens. But that one is going to be over the head of everybody, and it is going to go out the far end for a goal kick. Brinkerhoff, the goalkeeper for the Dordt defenders, is a sophomore from Branchville, New Jersey. He's doing the majority of the keeping for this defenders team, and the ball is going to be won by Aaron Mulgrew and Jordan Green trying to get control of it, but a good defensive play by Josh Brinkeroff. Brothers on this team, just learning here. So the Broncos going to maintain control of the ball here, getting into the midfield. And right as I say that, they are going to go ahead and turn it over to the Dordt defenders once again. So now Mason Davis going to center it up for Josh Brinkeroff, and who's going to work the ball over to the far side, and a one-touch pass for Mason Davis, and they're going to try a little bit of a run here. Ball's on the far side of the 18-yard box, and a center is going to be won by the defenders. Now ball's going to be set back off for Josh Brinkeroff, and that one is going to be saved by the keeper for the Hastings College Broncos. That's Alex Geyer. He's a freshman from Lincoln, Nebraska, went to Lincoln Southwest, did a good job there, and has won the starting job as a freshman. So the Broncos doing a little bit of controlling here, back in the defensive third. And now they're going to get it up to midfield. Now Mulgrew is going to have it. Mulgrew is going to go far side. That one is for Zarens. Now ball is into the middle for Felix Prossel. Prossel on the far side looking for somebody to center it to. There's nobody there, so he's just going to stop the ball. Play it up a little bit. And now they're going to send it back now for Davidson to set up the offense. So the defender is going to win control of the ball there. And now it's Josh Brinkeroff passing it off to the far side. Ben Ness running with it. Played tightly by Prossel, but is able to get the ball up far enough, but he's going to go out of bounds for a throw in here. Throw in is going to go to Zarens. Zarens going to make a little bit of a run here, far side of the 18-yard box. Sets it up, centers it for Prossel. Prossel's going to have it. He's getting to the 6-yard box. He's going to stop it up, get it back for Zarens. But there's good defense there by Dordt College, and they're going to get the ball out. They only get it out to about the 30, though, as a good play by Shane Davison to get it. So now Prossel in for Zarens, and Zarens just going to go wide on the header there, going for the first goal of this ball game. So John Brinkeroff will be doing a goal kick once again. We're 6 minutes into the play here, and not much has happened so far in this game. The goal kick is going to go once again to the Hastings College Broncos. Jordan Green doing a good job to tip it up, and Zarens was right there, but they are going to say that the ball went out of bounds off of Ben Ness for Dordt College. So Broncos throw in here early. Ball's going to be thrown into Thomas Boss. Boss being guarded heavily by Mason Davis, but he's able to get the ball back to Brian Kudrin. Kudrin's going to go across for Ortlieb. And Ortlieb with a one-touch pass from Boss over to Mulgrew. But Mulgrew's going to set it once again back to the defense. So Prossel is going to get it back into the backfield here for Hastings College, trying to spread out this defender's defense. Kudrin has it once again. Going to get it up for Boss. Boss going to control it. Play it near side for Broody. Broody passes it in for Zarens. And Zarens will get it back to Thomas Boss. Boss for Jordan Green. Trying to control it. He's going to pass that one outside. A good job by Leon Broody to keep the ball in bounds. Now Mulgrew in for Jordan Green. Green on the near side of the box. Centers it up for Prossel, and that one's going to miss just high off the crossbar. On that one, a great play by Jordan Green, showing why he is the leader of this Broncos team, as nearly got an assist on that one. A good effort by Felix Prossel. So Brinkerhoff will be the one who sets it out on a goal kick again. SI is going to play it up for Mulgrew. Ball's going to be won over to Zarens. And now Prossel's going to have it, but he is going to be swarmed by the defense. That was Brian Miller who was there to play him. Now Ben Ness is on the ball, and they're going to say ball went out of bounds on the far sideline for a Broncos throw-in. So Zarens is going to be pressured once again by the defenses. That was David Riley and Scott Van Wylen on the defense there. Defenders controlling the ball. Centering feed is going to be intercepted by Jordan Green. Green near side for Thomas Boss, and Boss with the left foot from the near side of the 18-yard box, but that one's going to be scooped up there by John Brinkerhoff. And that will result in just a shot on goal and a save for the sophomore. So Broncos control the ball once again. Mulgrew looking for somebody on the near side or in the center, and that ball's going to be centered up for Thomas Boss. Boss on the near side of the 18-yard box, being guarded by Davis. Now ball's set across for, I believe that was Aaron Mulgrew who got a head on it. But once again, John Brinkerhoff is going to be right there to make that save. Ball's being set up now. Thomas Boss is going to win it from the defense. That was David Miedemar who had it for the defenders. Now Jordan Green in for Aaron Mulgrew running down the center. He's going to send it far side for Prossel, and he's going to send it up for Zarens, who's just going to get a little bit of his head on that one, and it's going to be scooped up once again. So John Brinkerhoff very busy here early in this match. Davidson's going to win the header over to SI, who's going to get it for Jordan Green. And Green's center for Mulgrew is going to be headed away by David Riley. And then ball's going to be set up, sent for Zarens, but it's going to be intercepted here by the Dordt defense. Now Mandema going to get it in for Josh Brinkerhoff, who's going to back it up to Kyle Vanderzee. And Vanderzee is going to send that one out of bounds. So Broncos going to win a throw-in here, and a miscommunication there as Eric Grutenboer going to take this one for the defenders. Got numbers with him as he's going to send this one back for Josh Brinkerhoff. Outside now for David Miedema, and that one's going to be blocked by Kudrin and sent out. So now ball's being played up. Broncos are going to win it, and now Thomas Boss going to have it. As they enter the midfield here, Zarens going to send it for Prossel. Got a one-touch pass here going for that is Shane Davidson, who had Prossel Zarens coming down the middle, but it was well played by the defense. So now Mulgrew going to win that ball over for Jordan Green. Green gets it back for Boss. Thomas Boss going to try to footwork his way through the defense, but there's just too many defenders back there. Now Mulgrew going to go in for Jordan Green, making a run, and Brinkerhoff is going to be there to kick that ball away as Jordan Green trying to make a run on that one, get his 65th career goal here at Hastings College. So now Kyle Vanderzee is going to be on the ball, and he's going to be pushed off of it by Zarens. Zarens is going to be centered up for Jordan Green. Green not going for it for some reason. And the ball is going to be sent all the way to the far side as Scott Van Wylen is going to control it now for the defenders. Passes it off. And now Dordt trying to make a run at it, and the pass forward is going to be knocked out of bounds by a Broncos defender. So that is going to go for a throw-in. Brian Miller will take it here for this Dordt defenders team. Ball's going to be set up now for Scott Van Wylen. Van Wylen back for Mason Davis, who's going to try to get it back in for Eric Grutenbohr, but it's going to be stolen by the Hastings College defense. Now ball set up. Shane Davidson's going to whiff that one, so now numbers forward for the Dordt defenders. But Davidson does a good job of getting back after the misplay. Loss for Mulgrew. Mulgrew's got a runner. That is Leon Broody, but that one was headed away by the defense. Broncos still heavy on the attack, though, as the defenders just now able to get it out, but it's going to be out to Ortlieb. Kudrin now has it. Going to send this one forward for Zarens, and he's going to try a one-touch pass to Jordan Green, but it came off of his foot wrong, and that is going to go to Brinkerhoff, the goalkeeper for the Dordt defenders. 13 minutes into this match, still no score here from Lloyd Wilson Stadium. As the ball's being played right around the middle of the field. And the defender's going to win that ball, but it is nicely played by Aaron Mulgrew back to his defense. Now ball is set for Zarens. Zarens does a good job controlling that ball, getting it back for Mulgrew. Mulgrew has Jordan Green racing in the middle, but a good job by Ben Ness to get back on that one. So the defenders controlling the ball now near side of the pitch. Vanderzee going to get it for David Miedema, who's going to give it off to Ben Ness and towards the center. David Riley going to send it up for Josh Brinkerhoff, and it's going to go over his foot and out of bounds. Ball is going to be over to the Broncos for a Bronco throw-in. Very fast-paced game here so far from Lloyd Wilson Stadium, as two of the top three teams in the GPAC squaring off. It's a big game for both teams, as Dordt is trying to win second place over Midland, and Hastings College trying to secure home field. And Green with the ball into the middle, and that one's going to be set for Boss, and Boss's shot is going to be deflected and out of bounds for a corner kick for Hastings College. A very good run on that one, and that is going to result in a corner kick. Thomas Boss will be the one doing the honors here for Hastings College. So Thomas Boss from the near corner. Broncos getting their offense set up. The ball is underway, and the ball's going to be set up into the middle, but the defender's defense is going to be there as John Brinkerhoff, a little out of position, but there were at least 10 guys in that box, so they were able to get that one. Now Broncos trying to center it, and that kick is going to go out of bounds for a goal kick. So a very good opportunity on that one for this Hastings College team. Just nothing done with it. So the goal kick is going to go out now towards the middle of the field. Mulgrew's got it. He's going to give it to Jordan Green. Green gives it for Zarens in the middle. He's going to give it back to Jordan Green on the give and go. Green takes the shot, but it's going to be saved by Brinkerhoff. A good job by the sophomore keeper once again to keep Jordan Green off the scoreboard. So throw in for the Dordt defenders now as they're entering the middle of the field. But that one is going to go to Thomas Boss. Now Prossel looking for somebody in the middle. He's going to try to center it, but that one's going to be off of the face of Ben Ness, and it's going to go back towards the middle of the field. Broncos trying to control it, but that one is going to go to Mason Davis here, who's going to get it out and into the middle. Van Wylen trying to get it up to Eric Grutenbohr, trying to make a run on that one, but nothing doing as it was intercepted. Now Dordt once again trying to make a run on that one, but it's going to be off the head of a defender and out of bounds, so Broncos get a throw in. Ball's going to be set up now for Thomas Boss. Boss trying to get somebody on a run, and Zarens was the one trying to make the run, and they're going to call him for a handball on that one. As Brinkerhoff went out to slide to try to keep Zarens from getting to it, and he slid out of the 18-yard box for a handball. So Aaron Mulgrew will be taking a free kick on this one. So we've got 3 Dordt defenders in between the shot, and this one's going to be sent up for the middle. That one was for Jordan Green, but it is going to be off the head of Josh Brinkerhoff and out of bounds. So Josh Brinkerhoff kind of helping his brother out on that one by heading it out of bounds for another corner kick. That's the second corner kick here for Hastings College in this first half. Thomas Boss will be on the corner once again. Sends that one away. This one's going to be set up for Ortlieb, but that one's going to bounce off. So now Jake SI. SI going to send that one in for the center. Trying to find somebody, and Zarens got a foot on it, but the ball somehow found its way to John Brinkerhoff. And he will control it once again. Slowing play down a little bit, trying to get his offense down the field. David Miedema is going to be the one who has control for the defenders, but he's going to lose it to Aaron Mulgrew. Mulgrew going to look to try to set something up. Gets it into Zarens. Zarens gets it back for Jake SI, who gets it up to Mulgrew. Mulgrew into Jordan Green. Green trying to make a run at it, but a nice defensive play by Ben Ness on that one, the junior from Minnesota. Able to stop Green from getting that one. So Miedema had control of the ball, and it's going to be off of Brian Kudra, and it's actually going to go into the bleachers where the Dordt women's team is actually sitting after the 6-0 game that just finished a little while ago. And Aaron Mulgrew is going to be down on that one. I did not see what happened here, but Aaron Mulgrew down on the ground. Mulgrew, a key player for the Hastings College Broncos. He is a senior from Lincoln, Nebraska. Has been on both of these teams going to the national tournament. As 2 years ago, the team making it all the way to the national championship. Actually, each of the last 2 years they made it to the national championship. 2 years ago they won it, and last year, they lost in an overtime battle to Lindsey Wilson. But on the season, Aaron Mulgrew has started 11 games. He's played in 13 of the 17 that the Broncos have played. He's got 3 assists on the year. 5 shots on goal, and a yellow card. Got to respect a player that's going to fight for his teammates. Maybe get a yellow card out of it. But it looks like it'll be Ortlieb and Brian Kudrin who will be helping him off, as he's not putting a whole lot of weight on that right ankle. We saw in the women's game, Taylor Braden, a freshman from Colorado Springs, Colorado, went down with what appeared to be some sort of ankle injury, although she went off on a cart to the locker room. I imagine the trainer's room, too, because that's right behind the stadium here. But it was an apparent shoulder injury, so 2 key Broncos players, one from each team, getting hurt here shortly before the conference tournament. The conference pairings will be announced later this evening. So Thomas Boss will receive the throw-in, and as an act of courtesy, he will give the ball to the defenders, but he will do it all the way to the goalkeeper, John Brinkerhoff, because the defenders had control of the ball when Mulgrew went down. So just an act of courtesy, they kicked it out of bounds. The Broncos gave it back to him. So now the ball's going to be rushed up by Eric Grutenbohr. The ball's going to be set up now for Van Holland, and the ball's going to be centered in for a goal. That is Eric Grutenbohr on the header, and that one is going to go to Dordt College, and it is now 1-0 here, exactly 19 minutes into this matchup. So Hastings College just completely winning the attack for the early part of this match, and then Dordt getting a goal out of that one. So Hastings College here going to get the kickoff after the goal. So Dordt College leading 1-0 here. Just a little over 19 minutes left, and the ball in for Zarins is going to go out of bounds on the end line. So John Brinkerhoff will send this one out. Be right around midfield as Jordan Green's going to win the header to Prossel, who's going to send it back for the Broncos defense. SI up for Green. Jordan Green kind of hits the feet of Zarins on that one, but it is going to go to the keeper. And into the game for the Broncos in place of Mulgrew is going to be Drew Cobbs. Cobbs, a junior from Blair, Nebraska. So Dordt controlling the ball here. Kind of right around the defensive 30. So Mason Davis is going to pass it back once again for David Riley. And the ball is going to be set up once again here for the defenders. Ball's up for Eric Grutenbohr. And the ball's going to be set up, but it is going to be intercepted by Tyler Ortlieb, sophomore from Gretna, Nebraska, transferred here from University of Nebraska, Omaha. Zarin for Jake SI. SI gives it off for Jordan Green. Green going to try to get it into Boss, but it's going to be intercepted by Van Weilen, but it's going to go back to the Broncos, and SI gets it in, and a little bit of miscommunication there between Brinkerhoff, the keeper, and I believe that was Brian Miller who heads the ball out of bounds, trying to head it to Brinkerhoff. But the fact that they were standing about half a foot from each other kind of threw him off, and so the ball goes out of bounds. Broncos going to have a corner kick here. So Boss will be on the corner kick once again. They are kicking from the far end, and that was going to be headed out by a defender, and the ball was off of the defense as it went out of bounds, as Felix Prossel took the shot there. That was deflected. I believe that was Eric Grutenbohr who got the deflection. But Boss will be taking another corner. Boss sends this one in. Ortlieb was there, but it hit the head of a defense. It's now Grutenbohr. He's got room to run. It's 1-on-2. Excuse me, right now. As a good slide tackle there by the Broncos defender. That was Leon Brody off of him and out of bounds over towards where the trainers hang out. You can see kind of, if you're watching us on hcmediaonline.org, you can kind of see right below the scoreboard. That is where the trainer's cart is. Aaron Mulgrew sitting over there. And up towards the center of the field, we've got Eric Grutenbohr was down on one knee. And right now the head coach for the Dordt defenders, Dave Schenk, is trying to get an explanation from the line judge of what the call is. Grutenbohr limping a little bit off of the field, but the throw-in now going to the Hastings College Broncos, and now Jake SI. SI is going to win the throw-in. Throw-in was taken by the defenders. So now Kudrin going to set up the offense. Going to get it over for Brian Kudrin. Brody now has it. He's going to get it up for Drew Cobbs. Cobbs center for Boss is going to be intercepted. That was Josh Brinkerhoff on the interception, and then the ball is going to be kicked out of bounds there by Ben Ness. And it's going to go to the Broncos. Brody is going to be the one taking the throw in. He's going to throw it in for Zarins. Zarins going to send it back for Thomas Boss. Boss is going to get it up to Prossel, but that's going to be off his hand and taken away by Brian Miller, the defender. So now Kudrin's going to get it up for Boss. Boss looking for something in the middle, but good defense here by this Dordt team. So David Riley has it. He's going to send it back for Miller, who's going to get it back to Riley, who's now going to mix it up, send it in for Ben Ness, who is currently standing in the 18-yard box. Now Van Hollen Going to try to get something out towards the attacking zone, but it's going to be taken away by the Broncos. Now Jordan Green's going to have it. He's going to give it up for Boss. Boss looking for somebody in the middle. It's going to go to Zarnes, and Zarnes' shot's going to miss just wide on that far post, and a good shot there by Nick Zarnes. Could not have missed the far goal post by more than just a couple of inches. So not a whole lot of shots on goal really for either team so far in this match as Brinkerhoff ready to kick that one away.
Into the game for the defenders, number 22, Henry Murray.
So as you heard there, Henry Murray into the ball game now for the defenders. I believe he is the replacement for Grutenbohr. But don't quote me on that. Not real sure, but Brian Kudrin going to send it over for Broody, who's going to try to get it up to Green, but that one's going to be intercepted by Mason Davis. Now numbers the other way for the defenders as Miedema is going to center it up for Josh Brinkerhoff. Wearing the yellow captain sleeve here today, but his pass is going to be intercepted by Thomas Boss. Now Zarnes for Jordan Green. Green has Cobbs running, and Cobbs had good inside position, but just not quite fast enough. And the ball is going to be deflected off of Cobbs and out of bounds, so it is going to be a throw-in for Dordt, as Vanderzee will be the one who takes it in. Brian Kudrin is going to win that throw-in to Zarnes. Cobbs back for Zarnes. He's going to send this one back for Jake Esai, who's going to try to get away from Murray and gets it up to Zarnes. Now going to get it in for Cobbs. Drew Cobbs at the top of the 18-yard box. Shot! It's going to be saved by Brinkerhoff on that one. So, of course, the first possession after I say not a whole lot of shots on goal for this Broncos team, what do? They get a shot on goal. Sometimes things just work out that way. So Cobbs now trying to win the ball. He's going to be tripped up. That was Kyle Vanderzee, the freshman from South Holland, Illinois. So now the defender's trying to win the ball, but it's going to be back for Esai. Esai in the middle of the field gets it back for Ortlieb. Going to send it near side for Brian Kudrin, who's going to send it up to Zarnes. Now one-touch pass to Thomas Boss. Boss into the middle for Jordan Green, but pass was behind him. And that's going to go to John Brinkerhoff. His pass out was for Van Wylen, but the Broncos intercepted, and the ball's passed up for Cobbs, and Cobbs is going to be saved there by John Brinkerhoff. Brinkerhoff doing a great job here keeping the Broncos' attack. Really, the Broncos have controlled this game the whole time except for the goal. And really, I believe that was one of their only couple shots. And the ball set up for Prossel. He's not going to win that one as there were three defenders there. So the defenders have the control of the ball right around the middle of the field. And the ball is going to be taken away, though, by Shane Davidson. Brian Kudrin, back at center back, is going to fake a pass to Broody, do a good job of faking out Miedema, and then passes it to Broody. So Thomas Boss in control of it. He's inside the center circle right now. Passes it out to the far side for Felix Prossel. Gets it to Zarnes, who's going to send that one back to the center back there, Brian Kudrin. One of the three seniors honored here before the game, as it is senior day here, the last home game for this Hastings College team. Of the regular season, I should say. So Kudrin able to get the ball over to Esai. Esai in the center box, center circle. Going to make a run up the middle. He's just going to blow by everybody. He's going to take it all the way into the 18-yard box, far side, looking to center it, but that is going to be off the defender and out of bounds. So that's David Riley. And that is going to be a corner kick here for the Broncos. So another corner here for the Broncos. I believe that's 4 here in this match already. The women's game, there were no corners until 5 minutes left in the first half. Ball's going to be set up. Jake Esai was there to have it, but it is going to be off the defender and to John Brinkerhoff. And a little funny there as Esai gave Brian Miller a little bit of a shove there behind the play. And the kick goes out. It's off the head of Henry Murray, and it's going to go to Esai. Esai is going to get the ball back now from Tyler Ortlieb, SI, doing a good job of controlling the ball, getting it to Broody. Broody's going to run along the near side of the field. He's got room to run, and his pass up for Nick Zarens is going to go long, and it is going to go to John Brinkerhoff, the keeper. So Brinkerhoff, with his left-footed kick that he has, going to send that one away. It's going to go past midfield. And Brian Kudrin will be the one who has it now. Zarens going to try a one-touch pass to Boss, but that one's going to be intercepted by the defenders, and now the ball's being controlled. Ben Ness is going to have it now for this Dordt team. His pass is going to be intercepted by Boss. Now Jordan Green on a one-touch pass, going to pass it to himself, and the ball's going to be off the Dordt defender, and a good job by Brinkerhoff to keep the ball from going out of bounds for another corner kick. So Hastings College keeping this pressure up here in the first half. There's a little over 15 minutes left to play, so we're just about 2/3 of the way through this first half. And Dordt with a surprising 1-0 lead here from Lloyd Wilson Stadium. Broncos have it now. That was Thomas Boss trying to get it up toward Zarens, but that was Ben Ness in the way, and his pass for the outside is going to go out of bounds. And it'll be a throw-in for Hastings College. Shane Davidson is going to be the one who takes that throw-in. Ball's going to be for Thomas Boss, but there was a defender right there. David Riley was the one who gave him the little shove, and the ball is going to go out of bounds off of Zarens for a throw-in going Dordt's way. Had a teammate open, but instead the ball was off his head and towards the Broncos, but the defender's able to get the ball back. Brian Miller going to have it, and it's going to be centered for Mason Davis. Ball is set forward for Murray, and he's going to pass it near side for Kyle Vanderzee. Vanderzee between two Bronco defenders, able to get the ball off to Davis. Davis has two Broncos attack him very quickly, and he turns it over. Thomas Boss now has it for Jordan Green. Green going to control it to Zarens. Zarens one-touch pass for Prossel. Prossel back to Zarens. Jordan Green standing right behind him. He's going to get it for Prossel. Prossel with a centering ball. Cobbs is in the area, but that one is going to be picked off by the keeper, John Brinkerhoff, at 5'11", is going to defeat the 5'9", Drew Cobbs, in the height battle on that one. Plus, you throw in that Brinkerhoff can actually use his hands being the keeper, and that turns that 5'11" into easily 6.5 feet versus Drew Cobb's 5'9". So SI has the ball now for the Broncos. A one-touch back pass from Zarens back to SI. And that ball up for Thomas Boss is going to be intercepted by the defenders, but the ball going back for SI. Now Zarens' pass into the center is going to be for Drew Cobbs, but there is a collision just outside the 6-yard box. Both players are okay, though, as that was Ben Ness and John Brinkerhoff there on the collision. Two Dordt defenders colliding. Ball set up now for Cobbs. Boss. A one-touch pass and a give and go, but that one's not going to work as the defenders playing really good defense here. A couple of opportunities for Hastings College, but otherwise this Dordt defense has just been on top of the Broncos players. So Jordan Green trying to make a run. That was going to be slid tackled away by Scott Van Weilen. Van Weilen had it but lost it to SI. SI taking a shot from 35 out, and that one is going to go high. Although if we want to go with the football, that one was good as it is through the uprights. But that is not 3 points in this game. In this one, you kind of need to get the ball below the crossbar of those uprights. However, you don't want to be like some players and shoot it between the crossbar and the crossbar of the football. Want to get a little lower than that. So now Jordan Green going to take the ball from the middle of the field. Green making a little bit of a run. He's got Boss on the near side. Gets it to him. Just inside the 18-yard box. Passes it now out for Jordan Green, who's going to get it all the way to the far side for Prossel. Prossel has to run it down. Looking for somebody to center it to, and that one is going to be off of the defender for a corner kick. So 11:20 to go here in the first half between the Hastings College Broncos and the Dordt College defenders. Dordt College with a 1-0 lead here as Thomas Boss taking a corner for the Broncos. Gets it in. Jordan Green was there, but it's going to be off the head of Van Wylen for the Dordt, and it's going to go out of bounds for yet another corner kick here. Hastings College just beating Doane in every single statistic possible, except for the one that matters, and that's the one that is on the scoreboard, 1-0 for Dordt. So Boss centers it up. That one's going to be far side for Jake Esai, but that one's going to be off the head of, I believe that was Brian Miller in the area, and it's going to go out to the defenders. Josh Brinkerhoff now has it. There in the middle of the field for Henry Murray. Murray trying to drop pass back for Mason Davis, and a collision there is going to result in a, I don't know if it's a foul or a penalty. I'm going to have to do my research on that one, see if, but it is a ball going for the Dordt College defenders. So David Riley will be taking the free kick here and sends that one underway. Ball's going to be played to the far side of the 18-yard box here, but it is going to be kicked away by Shane Davidson. Now Brian Miller has it. Miller is going to send it into the far corner as Van Holland going to try to win the ball into the center, and it is going to be off of Shane Davidson and out of bounds. So that will be a corner kick here, the first one of this match for Dordt College. So quick substitutions into the ball game here for both teams.
Into the game for the
As we're going to see
number 27, Chris Gusios.
David Miedema come out for Dordt College. Nick Zarens will be the one who comes out for the Dordt defenders, and the corner kick going to go just high. And we are going to see that was Broody who kicked the ball out of bounds. So Jake Esai has it now, trying to set something up here. Steven Talsma is the one who came in for David Miedema, and Chris Gusios is the one who came into the ballgame for Hastings College. He came in for Nick Zarens. Now Jordan Green trying to find somebody. Drew Cobbs does a good job adjusting to the pass behind him. Now Thomas Boss going to get it in for Gusios. Gusios' shot is going to be deflected and go wide for a corner kick. So Broncos, Chris Gusios, a freshman from Elgin, Illinois, or Elgin, from Illinois, is going to win the corner kick there for the Broncos. From the near side here, going to send this one underway. Sends that one real long. Jake Esai was there, but they are going to give a push off to Tyler Ortlieb, so the ball is going to go back to the Dordt defenders. Ortlieb, one of the defenders for Hastings College, getting up there, really leaving two defenders back for the Broncos when they have a corner kick. Broody sends that one forward for Jordan Green, but that one's going to be intercepted by David Riley and kicked out of bounds. So Hastings College going to get the throw in here to Jake Esai. Now Shane Davidson, who took the throw in, is going to get it back for Ortlieb, who swings it across for Brian Kudrin. Brian Kudrin taking it up, and that was going to be to Jordan Green. Green's pass was intercepted by Van Wylen, so now the defender is going to take it the other way and get stolen right in the center circle. So Jordan Green with an in-ball to Gusios, and Gusios trying to win that one. And that one was well played by the defense, as that was Brian Miller there on it, and John Brinkerhoff able to go out and get that ball. So another good through ball here by Jordan Green, but nothing coming out of it. So the goalie kick is going to be out to the Broncos back line. So Ortlieb going to swing across for Brian Kudrin. Kudrin going to swing it across for Leon Broody. Broody going to get it to Thomas Boss, who's going to be quickly attacked by Josh Brinkerhoff, who's going to win the ball Dordt's way. Talsma going to get it up for Van Wylen. His pass, he had Murray rushing, but that one's going to be intercepted by the Broncos, and it's going to go out of bounds here for a throw-in. Broody takes the throw and gets it to Jordan Green. Green looking for a little bit of space, gets it to Thomas Boss. Boss going far side looking for Gusios, but that one's going to be headed away by the Dordt defense, and it's going to go up for Miller. SI wins the header that happened there. So now Broody. Near side, Drew Cobbs. Back for Broody. Broody has a good run going here, but a good job on the defensive side by Ben Ness to win the ball. Murray. Going to rush it forward. Playing heavily defensively by Jordan Green, and the ball is going to go out of bounds off of Murray, meaning the Broncos get a throw in. 5.5 minutes here left in the first half as the Broncos control the ball here. It's going to be played back. And now in the center circle for Ortlieb. Far side for Shane Davidson. Davidson looking for somebody. Thomas Boss gets open, and a one-touch pass for Prossel is going to go out of bounds off of Hastings College. Hastings College trying to plead that the ball was off of a Dordt defender, but the ref won't have any of it. So Murray, a nice heel pass back for Van Holland. And ball goes out of bounds. They're going to say it's off of Hastings College. It looked maybe like it was actually off of Dordt. And there's going to be no arguing that one as the pass from Van Holland is going to go out of bounds. So now Jordan Green has the ball for Hastings College for Jake SI. SI is going to go near side for a streaking Broody. Broody's going to slow it down, get it to Thomas Boss. Boss is going to send it back to the outside for Broody, who's going to send it up for Cobbs, who's going to give it right on back to Broody. Ball's forward for Prossel, but the ball's going to be intercepted by the defense, and now it's going the other way. Talsma tries to get it to Murray, but that one's going to be intercepted. Nice job there by Jake SI to get that one. Now Ortlieb, far side for Shane Davidson. Back to Ortlieb. Who's going to get it to the center back? Brian Kudrin, who gets it up for fellow senior Jordan Green, who's going to get it back to SI. Now up for Gusios. Gusios, that one's going to be off of the foot of the defender, but it's going to go to Jordan Green. Green trying to get it into SI, but that one's going to be kicked away by the defense. Shane Davidson now controls it for Hastings College. Gets it into Green. Green, nice footwork. Gets into the top of the center circle. Going to try to get it into SI, who was open, but that one was intercepted by the Dordt defense. Now Josh Brinkeroff. Going to be slid tackle. Good slide tackle there by Broody. Now the shot from Prossel is going to be saved there by John Brinkeroff. So once again, Brinkeroff catching a ball that Hastings College was trying to get to. A little over 3 minutes left here in this first half. Dordt College still with a 1-0 lead. So Scott Van Wylen trying to find his teammate Brady Van Hollen, but it's going to be off of a Broncos defender and out of bounds. So throw in for Dordt College. Mason Davis trying to get it, but it is going to go to Shane Davidson. Davidson sending it forward for Jordan Green. Jordan Green played in a developmental league this summer in Kansas City. Was a all-conference player. They're one of the league leaders in assists. So now Cobbs going to get it in for Broody, who's going to send that one back to Shane Davidson. Shane Davidson all the way on the far side of the pitch. Gets it up to Prossel. Ball's going to go back for Davidson. And ball's going to be sent in for Jordan Green. Green lets it go to Cobbs. Cobbs trying to find somebody on a run, but nothing's going to happen, and the ball's just going to pinball all its way into John Brinkeroff. 2 minutes left to play here in the first half. Hastings College trying to get an equalizer here before we get to halftime. So Van Holland going to get it back for Brian Miller, and that was going to be back for David Riley. The defenders are playing catch a little bit here as a couple Broncos defenders were in the way. They were trying to get an opening, and the Broncos doing a good job. They win the ball. Thomas Boss going to try to get it into the center. That one's going to be off of a defender. Somebody was calling for a handball, but the defender is able to clear it out. Not past the 30, though, as Broody was right there. One-touch pass from Cobbs back to Broody, who gets it into the center for Jordan Green. Green back in for Broody, trying to make a run, but that one's going to be slid away. But the Broncos still have control of the ball. Ball hasn't even made it to the 30 yet, and a pass for Thomas Boss going to be intercepted there. Mason Davis, one of the midfielders for Dordt College, is able to get that one, but the Broncos retain possession once again. Prossel trying to get it into Thomas Boss, and that one's going to be intercepted by the Dordt defense. Now Dordt able to get the ball all the way to Alex Geyer at the Broncos keeper, but he is able to one kick it out of there, and the ball's now in the Dordt zone. Kyle Vanderzee wins the ball, but he's only going to get it out as far as Broody. 35 seconds left now. And the ball in for Thomas Boss is going to be too far, and it's going to go to Ben Ness of Dordt College, who's going to waste as much clock as he can. And that's going to be out of bounds on the sideline on Hastings College, so that's going to be a throw-in. And that throw-in is going to be off of a couple people. Last off of the Dordt defenders. 10 seconds left now.
10, 9,
and
8, 7,
the ball's going to be sent in,
6,
and it is going to go
5,
to
3,
Tyler Ortlieb, who's going to kick that one wide of the net. So Hastings College going into halftime trailing 1-0 here. And looking at the Broncos' schedule, in GPAC play, the only time they have given up a goal, when they give up a goal in conference play, they are 2-1. The first goal they gave up was against Dakota Wesleyan back on September 22nd. They won that one 5-1. And then on the 26th, their next game, they gave up a goal to Concordia. That one was 2-1. But since then, the only goal they have given up in conference play came to Northwestern, and that was a 1-0 loss. So we'll see if the Broncos can come back from that one. So at halftime, Dordt College with a 1-0 lead here. 15 minutes left on the clock. In halftime, we're going to take a break here from Lloyd Wilson Stadium. Don't go anywhere. This is Bronco Soccer on HC Media.
James asks, why isn't Runza a nationwide chain, or even worldwide? Great question, James, and one we get a lot. Lots of other restaurants have locations all over the place. Why? Because they don't have to double-dip onion rings in homemade batter, or prepare original Runza sandwiches by hand. But we do, and we're pretty picky about the way we do things. Because if you try to be too many places at once, you'll just end up looking ridiculous.
When you throw away money on wasted electricity, you're throwing away everything you could have bought with it. Saving energy saves you money. Learn more at energysavers.gov.
And welcome back to Lloyd Wilson Stadium here for the men's soccer game between the Dordt College Defenders and the Hastings College Broncos. Want to thank our HC Media sponsors, HC Media Online sponsors for this game, Runza and Eileen's Colossal Cookies. So thanks to those two for their continued support of Hastings College Media. Looking at some quick halftime stats here. Hastings College with 12 shots in that half compared to the Dordt 2 shots. Leading the way for Hastings College, Prossel has 3 of those shots, and 2 of those have made it on goal. Shots on goal for the two teams, Hastings College with 5 and Dordt, both of their shots have made it on goal, so they have a 100% shot on goal percentage there. Hastings College with 3 fouls to the 0 that Dordt has. Corner kicks, Hastings College leading that one once again, 8-1. And the only department other than score that Dordt leads Hastings College in, that is saves, as Brinkerhoff has 5 saves, whereas Alex Geyer only has the 1. So 1-0 here for Dordt College over Hastings College. And really, this game was spent, almost the entire match so far has been spent in the attacking zone for Hastings College, but just nothing to show for it as Dordt College is playing real stingy defense on this one. So we've got another half of soccer to go here from Lloyd Wilson Stadium. Hastings College trailing Dordt College 1-0. We're going to take another break here from Lloyd Wilson Stadium. We'll be back with roughly a minute left on the clock here at halftime. Don't go anywhere. This is Bronco Soccer on HC Media. Welcome back to the Lloyd Wilson Stadium here, where the Dordt Defenders have a 1-0 lead over the Hastings College Broncos. And we go back to that first half, some of the key plays of that first half. You know, you had the goal that was scored by Josh Brinkerhoff. And really the key play part of that was the pass from the outside from Eric Grudenboer, who has since left with an injury. But Hastings College has not been denied some good chances, as Nick Zarens in particular had a great chance with about 21 minutes left, just missed the net wide. And then also you look at Drew Cobbs. Drew Cobbs had another good chance, but that was a good save by John Brinkerhoff. And so far the Brinkerhoff family must be proud of their 2 kids here in this match. You got Josh, a senior, a 6'1 senior. He's the forward. He has the goal for the Dordt Defenders. And then John, the sophomore, 5'11 sophomore, is the keeper. He is pitching a shutout currently against this Hastings College Bronco offense, one of the best offenses in the country. So both teams ready here in the second half, as it looks like it will be Hastings College who will get the opening kick here to start this second half. Chilly evening here from Lloyd Wilson Stadium. As last time I checked, it was 44 degrees outside, but that was during the women's game. So since the sun has gone down, it is much colder outside, as it is just 36 degrees here. But Hastings College gets the opening kickoff here of the second half. And Shane Davidson is going to give it off to Ortlieb, who's going to give it to Jake Esai. Esai is going to give it back for Kudrin. Kudrin trying to stretch out this defense a little bit so they can set up the offense. Ball's going to be set up for Boss. Boss is going to go near side for Prossel, and Prossel's shot is going to be blocked and out of bounds. So Hastings College, already just 35 seconds in, is going to have its first shot of the half, and it is going to go for a corner kick. So Thomas Boss taking the corner kick here once again. Boss's corner kick going in towards the middle, and John Brinkerhoff is going to be right there to snag that ball. So it is going to go back to the Dordt defenders. That's the 9th corner kick of the game here for Hastings College. Kicking with the wind here. His kick's a little further, and Dordt is able to retain the ball. So Josh Brinkerhoff kicks it back for David Riley, but his pass is going to be intercepted. Good to see Aaron Mulgrew back out in the game. Mulgrew is the one who has the ball. He went down with some sort of injury. He was favoring his right ankle in the first half, but we heard nothing else of it, so he's back in the game. Now Prossel going to center that one up for Zarens. Zarens going to get it back for Shane Davidson. Davidson back for Prossel. Prossel into the center for Jordan Green. Green with a one-touch pass for Thomas Boss. Boss does a good job to keep it away from the defense, and he's now controlling it on the far side of the 18-yard box, but a good job by Dordt to get back to it. But Thomas Boss is a fighter. He's not going to give this ball up. So the ball bounces, kind of pinballs back to Brian Kudrin. Kudrin going to get it over for Tyler Ortlieb. Now Jake Esai. Esai in for Zarens. Back to Jake Esai. Esai going to try to get it over for, it looks like, Gusios. But it is going to go to the Dordt College defenders, and a collision there at right around the 25-yard line. And as soon as I get a number, I'll be able to find out who that is. As he's currently running sideways, so I still can't even see who that is on that one. I believe that one will be David Miedema, but don't quote me on that. So the kick from Brinkerhoff is going to go all the way to the Hastings College end, but the Hastings College defense is stingy itself, so they will be able to retain the ball. Prossel going to give it off to Jake Esai. Esai going to give it off to Aaron Mulgrew. Mulgrew has a little bit of room to run. He's going to send that one forward. That one is for Nick Zarens. Zarens trying to win the battle with David Riley, and it's going to go out of bounds. They are going to argue for Hastings College, but that one's going to go out for a goal kick. Few minutes gone here in the second half, and Hastings College already with a couple scoring opportunities. So Brinkerhoff sends that one underway. That was be headed by his brother over to the Hastings Broncos, who heads it back to the defenders, who heads it back to the Broncos. That is just the kind of game this has been. So Prossel for Zarens, back to Prossel. Prossel running along the near side, looking for somebody in the center, but is well defended by David Riley. Prossel trying to center that one up. It's going to be off of Riley's foot, and it's going to go out on the far end line. So that is going to go for a corner kick. Looks like Thomas Boss will be taking this corner kick here once again. This is the 10th corner kick of the game here for Hastings College. Looking to get something done here in the second half. Ball's going to be underway, and Ortlieb had a shot at it, but he's going to miss it, and it's going to go to Jake Esai. Esai, unfortunately, going to be called for a foul on that one. So the ball will go back to the Dordt defenders. So 10 corner kicks have been taken by this Hastings College team. That gives them 107 on the season. Ball set up. Davidson is going to head the ball over for Zarens. Zarens wins the ball back to Thomas Boss. Boss looking for somebody streaking. That was Aaron Mulgrew, but unfortunately not going to have it. So Miedema is going to get the ball up for Mason Davis. And that ball's going to go out of bounds off of a Hastings College defender for a Dordt throw-in. And right off of the throw-in, the ball gets actually knocked out of bounds, so it'll go for yet another Dordt throw-in. And that throw-in is going to go off of a Dordt head and go out of bounds, so that's going to be a Bronco throw-in now. Jake Esai going to go all the way to the near side for Prossel. Prossel does a good job of trying to get to that ball. He had a chance to keep it up with his, maybe with his toes, but it's going to bounce and go out of bounds. So Brady Van Holland will be the one who throws in for the defenders. His pass up for Eric Grutenboer who also went out in the first half, is long, so that's going to go to the Broncos. Prossel for Zarens. Good one-touch pass for Thomas Boss. Boss trying to control it. He's going to make a move to the inside off of Brian Miller. Boss gets it for Jordan Green. Green trying to beat 3 defenders, and that was going to be won by Dordt. The ball tried to get kicked out, but that one is off of a foot and to Aaron Mulgrew. So the ball's going to be set up for Jake Esai. Esai trying to win the ball against Eric Grutenbohr, but that one is going to go to Grutenbohr. Now Miedema going to get it off to Josh Brinkerhoff, who's going to get it to Scott Van Weilen, and his pass up for a streaking Brady Van Hollen is going to go close to out of bounds, and then that one is going to be kicked out of bounds by Davidson. And when I say out of bounds, I mean almost out of the stadium. So Josh Brinkerhoff is going to control the ball, tries to get it up from Miedema, but a good defensive play there by the Broncos. Mulgrew has Jordan Green. Jordan Green has shot his chance from the 18-yard mark. Scores! Jordan Green on that one. Gonna tie this game up. Hastings College now tied at 1. Jordan Green, the senior, on senior day is gonna score that one just on the outside of the 18-yard box. And he fires that one into the near post, just getting it inside the post. And we are now tied at 1 goal apiece. Jordan Green, that is his 20th of the season. And with 11 assists, he now has 31 points here on the season. A great shot by Jordan Green. So now the Broncos winning the ball once again as here comes Prossel. Prossel trying to get it into the center. No good, but the ball is going to bounce out to Aaron Mulgrew. Now the pass going for Prossel. That one's going to be off of the foot and out of bounds. It'll be a quick throw in here. Shane Davidson wanting to keep this Broncos offense going. But the ball is going to be tossed, and it's going to go to the defenders for a goal kick. So Brinkerhoff on the goal kick. And that one is going to go now to Hastings College. So now the defenders are going to control it as David Riley has it. He's going to go near side for Brian Miller. Ball's going to be set up now for Van Weilen, but it's going to be off of his foot, and Hastings College going to win that one. But we are going to see a foul right down here on the near side as there's going to be a yellow card issued. First yellow card of the doubleheader today. That one's going to go to Brady Van Holland.
Yellow card issued to the defenders, number 24, Brady Van Holland.
And Brady Van Holland does not like that one. But let's take another look here at this Hastings College goal as Jordan Green just got a nice through ball, was able to fool the defender and get it right onto the inside of that one. So now the referee writing down in his little magical notebook that Brady Van Holland has a yellow card. That is his first of the game. And looking at the statistics, that is his third, actually, of the entire season. So Brady Van Holland not afraid to get up in the opponent's grill. So Brian Kudrin will be the one who takes the free kick for Hastings College. 36 minutes and 14 seconds left on the clock here in the second half. So there's the whistle. And Kudrin will send that one underway. That one's going to be set up. And a Bronco right there. That was Zarens, but nothing going. Zarens, a 5'11 sophomore from Hanover, Germany, trying to win that ball. But John Brinkerhoff was the one who won it. So his kick is going to be off the head of Shane Davidson over to Jake Esai. Esai for Thomas Boss. Boss running down the far side. That one is going to be off of the defender's foot and out of bounds. So that is going to be a throw-in now for Hastings College, as it looks like Leon Brody will be the one. Another one from Germany. He is from Eppenweer. So now Thomas Boss has it. And Boss's pass in for Zarens is going to be right to the Dordt defender. So Miedema trying to pass it forward, but there are Broncos right there, and so now the ball's going to be played along that far sideline. Zarins trying to get a streaking Jake Esai. Or no, that's Brian Kudrin all the way down there at the offensive end, but nothing going for it. And as there's a collision down there, we're going to see another yellow card. That one is going to go towards Nick Zarins of the Hastings College Broncos. So now each team with one yellow card here.
Nick Zarins.
On this one, that is Nick Zarins' first yellow card of the season. And now we will have another small minor delay as the referee writes Nick Zarins' name down in his magical little book. Although this one goes off a little quicker because there wasn't the argument from the player receiving the card. So Mulgrew's going to streak down the far side. He's going to try to get something, but he's just going to stop the play and get it back to Zarins, who gets it over to Kudrin. Now back for Jake Esai. Esai taking a streak, and he's going to try to take a shot from about 30 yards out, and just nothing going. That shot wasn't even really all that close. So that's Jake Esai's first shot of this match, not even close. So no shot on goal for him, but yet another shot here for this Hastings College Broncos offense. And it's kind of a mirror image, really, of the first half as Hastings College just dominating the time of possession, time on attack. So Ortlieb back in the Broncos half of the pitch. Going to send this one forward for Thomas Boss. Off of Boss's head, trying to find Prossel, but that one is going to be no. Now Prossel for Mulgrew, and his one-touch pass for Boss is going to be over his head, but the Broncos' Jake Esai is going to win this one back. Esai going to do a good job to keep the ball in bounds and fake out the defender. Now Zarin for Prossel. Prossel trying to get into the center and use his strong left foot, but that shot is going to be blocked by a defender. So here's Broody. Broody trying to find Jordan Green out on that far sideline, but it did not come off of his foot right and goes to the defenders, but they kick it out of bounds, so it'll be a throw-in. Dordt wins that throw-in, and they're going to clear it all the way down to the Broncos' end of the field, where Alex Geyer will pick that one up and throw it over to Ortlieb. Ortlieb going to run it out almost all the way to the center circle and get it off to Zarins. Gets it up for Thomas Boss, but Boss is going to lose that one, as it was Kyle Vanderzee who took the ball away. So Kudrin on a one-touch pass. Lots of one-touch passes here for this Hastings College team. All that is going to do is give the ball to Ben Ness, who's going to give the ball back to his keeper, John Brinkeroff. Brinkeroff with the left foot is going to get it up, but that was going to be played by Jake Esai. And now the Broncos have it once again. Off of the head of Prossel, and it's going to go to Ben Ness of the Dordt defenders. And his pass up for David Miedema is going to go out of bounds on the far sideline. Quick throw in by the Hastings College Broncos as Kudrin plays it up to Green. Green with a nice one-touch pass behind him. And another one-touch pass. The ball's going to be sent up. Ball's into the center circle for Broody. Broody in the center. Gets it to Prossel, and Prossel scores! Another Hastings College goal as Prossel gets that one in. Great teamwork. It started all the way back at midfield as Hastings College, about 5 guys touched that ball once he got it. And that is just a great goal, a great team goal for this Hastings College team. And Coach Crank has got to be happy with what he saw on that one. And so Hastings College with a 2-1 lead on a great goal there, as that was a Prossel who earns that goal. And so we'll take another look at this goal here real quick as the kickoff, but a great run in and just a good pass, a nice one touch and a good effort by the Dordt defense, but just nothing quite going. And now Hastings College with a 2-1 lead, goals from Jordan Green and Thomas Prossel. So Brian Miller has it. Gets it up for Davis, but his pass is going to be intercepted by the Broncos. So now Thomas Boss gets it up for Jordan Green. Green with a one-touch pass. This one's going for Broody. Broody one more time. We're going to try this, and his shot is going to go just wide on the near post. Oh, my goodness. They could have had another goal on that one. But I believe they are going to call offsides. As is the keeper, John Brinkeroff, going all the way out to the 21-yard line with that one. So Brinkeroff will have a kick out of it. And his kick is going to go away. It's played by Josh Brinkeroff to Davis. That ball's going to be set up for Grutenboer. Grutenboer trying to win a battle with Brian Kudrin, but the senior is not going to have any of it, and his kick is going to go out to Thomas Boss. And now Boss is going to have that one stolen by Grutenboer. Now ball's going to be played over on that far sideline as it's Miedema and I believe that is Leon Broody, but can't quite see the number. Yes, that is Broody, and so they are going to give the foul to Hastings College, and Broody not happy about that as he slammed the ball down to the turf. Kind of surprised he didn't get at least a talking to on that one. So one-on-one, mano-y-mano for this one. Dordt gets the free kick, and this one's going to be centered up, and a good job by Thomas Boss to get that ball out of there. Josh Brinkeroff, though, wins it to Miedema, and Miedema's shot is going to go out of bounds wide of the net, so it's a goal kick, and Alex Geyer wants to keep this momentum Hastings College has going. He makes it really quick. So Davidson gets it up for Green, but a good defensive play there by David Riley to kick the ball out of bounds and allow the defense to get back with him. So here we go. Thomas Boss has the throw in, gets it back to Shane Davidson for Mulgrew. Aaron Mulgrew trying to figure out what to do with it, gives it back to Davidson. Davidson gets it to Jordan Green, who's one-touch pass for Mulgrew. It's going to be intercepted, but the defenders misplay the ball, and it's now back to the Broncos. Prossel. Prossel's going to go left-footed on that one, trying to find, looks like Drew Cobbs in on that far sideline. Drew Cobbs just into the game here for Hastings College. Leon Broody gets it on the far side. A one-touch pass back for Broody. Centers it up for Jordan Green. Green gets it to Prossel. Prossel from the top of the 18-yard box. Shot's gonna miss just high of that goal post. And now Hastings College all of a sudden attacking from all angles, as that is now three really close plays that they have had right there. Prossel missing by about half a foot. So Mulgrew is going to win the goal kick, and the Broncos going to have numbers forward once again. It's a 5-on-4 here for this Hastings College offense. Boss works it to the outside. He's going to center it up for Prossel. Prossel had Mulgrew in the center, but could not get the pass off. Good defense by this Dordt team, and all that they can do right now is Van Holland just boots it out there as far as he can, and the shot, ball by Ortlieb, is going to be kicked into the crowd, and a nice catch by the fan over there. I wish it wasn't so bundled up, otherwise I might be able to tell who that was. However, there is a big coat with a hood and a beanie and a blanket, so I couldn't tell you who that even was. But all the way on the far side, completely away from the play, we've got a Bronco down. As that looks like it is Drew Cobbs, or no, that is going to be Thomas Boss. Thomas Boss limping a little bit. Looks to be favoring the right ankle, although looks like he's jogging just fine. And so the throw in went for the Dordt defenders, and the defenders do a courtesy pass just right to the Broncos, as the Broncos had to kick the ball out of bounds to get the injury timeout. So Mulgrew controlling the ball right now. Gets it back for Brian Kudrin. Kudrin into the attacking zone, gets it up for Jordan Green. Green had Prossel, but decides to take it himself. Takes it into the 18-yard box, and that shot's going to be blocked. Now the ball's going to go back. Mulgrew had a chance at it, but that one was played away by the Dordt defender. Now Brady Van Hollen's going to have it, and a nice slide tackle by Shane Davidson, allowing the defense to get back for Hastings College, as they had 9 of their 11 men forward for that one. But now we're going to see a substitution in this game. We're going to see Miedema slide over to the near side, and we're going to see Mason Davis come out of this match. And I can't quite read who that will be, but it looks like it might be Steven Talsma, who came in the first half. So Dordt has the ball here. Van Holland. His pass is going to be intercepted by the Hastings College Broncos, and now Aaron Mulgrew going forward with it. Going to get it to Prossel. Prossel has Thomas Boss streaking. Boss with a heel pass trying to find Jordan Green, but Jordan Green not quite far enough to receive that pass yet. So ball's going to be set up. Talsma is going to lose that one to Brody. Brody does a good job of playing that one back for Jake Esai. Esai on that far side, back for Brody, who's going to give it back to Jake Esai, who's going to send it up for Thomas Boss. Boss going to send it up for Prossel. Prossel, a one-touch pass, but nobody was streaking on the near side to try to get that ball. So it looks like it will just go to the defenders. Mulgrew is going to intercept the pass, the clearing attempt, and the ball's going to be set up for nobody, really, as nobody was streaking into the goal. So that'll be a nice, easy save for John Brinkerhoff. Haven't quite called his name as much here in this second half as we did in the first half. And so the ball going to be kicked out of bounds on the near sideline. Shane Davidson going to be taking a throw in for Hastings College. Jordan Green has the ball. He's going to be playing between 2 defenders. He's got a 2-on-2 now opportunity. Joining him was Thomas Boss, and there's going to be a tackle inside the 18-yard box. And you can see Jordan Green, his entire pants leg went up, and there's going to be a red card on that one. That is David Riley, who's going to get the red card, meaning that he is done for this game, and he cannot play in the first round of the GPAC tournament, which will be next Thursday. So that will be a penalty kick now for Jordan Green, and as soon as we can, we'll show you that play in the penalty area.
Red card issued to the defender.
And some of what you're hearing is the Dordt women's team kind of sitting right below our microphones here. So obviously they disagree with the call. So Jordan Green on the penalty kick, delays and takes a shot and scores on that far side. A great shot by Jordan Green on the penalty kick, and a great shot there, and just a good run by Jordan Green set up that penalty kick opportunity, as I would rather almost see the run in that Jordan Green took that caused that penalty here. So just a great job by Jordan Green, the senior, and that's his second goal of the game, his 21st of the season. And just looking at it again, doing a nice job. And real quickly here, doing a good job, maybe icing the keeper a little bit, Brinkerhoff. And just a little bit of a delay there caused Brinkerhoff to overthink it a little bit. And just a good job by Jordan Green to bury that goal away. So 3-1 now, Hastings College here in this one. And the Coach Schenk for the Dordt defenders still not happy about that red card that was given that caused that penalty kick. So Dordt gets the free kick after the Hastings College goal. And the ball's going to be set up for Van Wylen. A nice footwork, but unfortunately his pass is going to be intercepted and go to the Hastings College Broncos. But they cannot do anything with it as they give it right back to the Dordt defenders. Ball set up now for Miedema. And that pass is going to go long, and it's going to go out of bounds on the far sideline for a Bronco throw-in. Cobbs is going to get it back for SI. SI centers that for Mulgrew. Mulgrew going to control that ball and slow it down so Brady Van Holland, who was on his way to it, cannot get it. So Kudrin now going to control the ball for Hastings College. Gets it to Thomas Boss. Boss into the center for, that looked like Prossel was making a run at it, but he's not going to be allowed to get the ball. So Broncos have it once again. SI going to get it near side for Cobbs. Drew Cobbs now has it, and that was going to be passed over for Prossel. Prossel going to slow it down, get it back from Mulgrew. 23 minutes left in this second half. Hastings College with a win will be the GPAC regular season champions. So Broody for Green. Back to Broody, and his pass for Mulgrew is going to be intercepted by a defender, but the ball is going to be kicked for Boss. Now Mulgrew going to take a shot from just outside, and he's going to miss that one wide on the far side. So it is another shot on goal for this Hastings College team with a little over 22 and a half minutes left here in this second half. Brinkerhoff now on the goal kick. That one's going to come out roughly to midfield, and that was going to be won by the Hastings College Broncos. The wind has really died down here since the start of the day. You looked at the start of the women's game, and you were wondering just how much the wind would have an effect on the two games. It really did have an effect on the first half of the women's game, as Hastings College scored 4 goals in the first half with when they had the wind with them. So now Hastings College with a shot, and that is going to be Prossel on the shot. That one's going to be saved by Brinkerhoff. But yeah, really the wind has died down here. All flags aren't even moving on the north side of Lloyd Wilson Stadium. So Prossel has it now. Going to get it for Shane Davidson. Davidson for SI. SI looking in front of him and almost lost the ball there. Now it finally does to Eric Grutenbohr. And ball's set across all the way far side for Miedema for Talsma. And ball's going to be given to Josh Brinkerhoff. Brinkerhoff trying to find somebody with him. This one's going to be set up for Van Weilen trying to make a run at it. But Alex Geyer is not going to have any of that, as he's going to come up and grab that ball. With Van Weilen coming in right on him. So Geyer's goal kick is going to be played by Josh Brinkerhoff. But the Broncos are going to have it again. Mulgrew kicks it back for Ortlieb. Ortlieb's going to give it across to Brian Kudrin. And Kudrin for Thomas Boss. Boss has Drew Cobbs on the far sideline. Has a nice through ball to him. Cobbs has it. Far side of the 18-yard box. Has a couple men in the middle, and they are going to call, I believe, offsides on Drew Cobbs. Yes, that is the call. So a free kick here going to the Dordt defenders. John Brinkerhoff, the keeper for this Dordt team, will be the one who takes the free kick. He sends this on our way. That one's going to be played off of a couple heads, and it's going to go to Alex Geyer, who's going to back up and just play it with his feet. Kill a couple seconds when you can. So now finally Van Weilen gets up in his grill and forces Geyer to pick it up. So Geyer now on his punt, a very high punt. And that was going to be played by the defenders, but it's going to go right to Aaron Mulgrew. Davidson back for Ortlieb. Ortlieb is going to go to Davidson, now Prossel on it. Going to go to Mulgrew in the center. Now gets it to Jordan Green. Green's got numbers forward. He's got Thomas Boss on a run. Boss, and his shot's going to be off the defender, and it's going to go saved to John Brinkerhoff, as Brinkerhoff had to kind of change up his steps a little bit as the ball hit off of the defender and went right at him. So Brinkerhoff's kick is going to go. It's going to be tipped by Van Weilen, and it's just going to keep going. And I believe Ortlieb is just going to let this one go out of bounds just to kill as much time as he can now. 19 minutes left in the GPAC regular season for the Dordt defenders and the Hastings College Broncos. 3-1 here. Hastings College has the lead off of 2 goals from Jordan Green and 1 from Felix Prossel. So Geyer, his goal kick is going to be sent out. That was going to be played off the head of Jake SI. SI now gets it for Prossel, but there was a defender right there in his face, so he can't get it. Brinkerhoff looking for Van Hollen, but it's going to be off the side of his foot, and it's going to go out of bounds for a Bronco throw-in. Jordan Green trying to heel the throw-in to Aaron Mulgrew, but that's going to be just behind him. So a pass for a streaking Miedema is going to be intercepted by the Broncos, and they control it now. Boss going to go near side for Prossel. Prossel looking to get numbers forward for the Broncos. Mulgrew gets it over for Shane Davidson. Davidson has room on the near side, and his pass for Drew Cobbs is going to be just in front of him, and that is going to go out of bounds on the far side for a Dordt defender's throw-in. Very close and a very good effort there by the Hastings Broncos, as we're going to see a new substitution into this one. Jake Esai will be coming out of the ball game. We're going to have to see who it is that came in, as that is Nick Zarens. So Esai is out, Zarens is in for this Broncos team. Now ball's going to be set for Thomas Boss. For Green on a one-touch for Zarens, just into the game, and his shot's going to miss just wide on that one. So Zarens, welcome to the ball game. 5 seconds in, he gets a shot, nearly converting on that one, as that one only missed by a couple of feet. So Brinkerhoff on the goal kick. That one is going to go just straight out of bounds on the right in front of the Broncos bench. And the Broncos will have a throw-in. Mulgrew receives the throw-in. Trying to find somebody. Broody is going to get it, and he's going to give it back to Mulgrew. Mulgrew into the 18-yard box, going to have a little bit of a run on that far side, but he's not going to get anything out of it, as the defenders were right there to take it away from him. Now Josh Brinkerhoff going to take it forward for the defenders. That one's going to be picked off, and now Zarens has it. Zarens going to find Jordan Green. Green going to get it back for Zarens, but that one's going to be picked off by Kyle Vanderzee. So here we go, the defenders trying to make a run at the goal, trying to cut this lead in half. So Brinkerhoff going to get it over to Van Wylen. Van Wylen, surrounded by 4 Bronco defenders, gets it back for Vanderzee, who kicks it over for Telsma. His pass forward is going to be intercepted. Thomas Boss on it. He's going to have Drew Cobbs. Cobbs running on the far side. Cobbs trying to get past Telsma. He does. He gets it to the top of the 18 box. His pass over for Thomas Boss, and Boss is with a shot, and that one's going to miss high and wide there, as Thomas Boss had an open look at it. It just looked almost like it was deflected, but just not quite. So it'll be a goal kick here for John Brinkerhoff. Brinkerhoff sends that one long. That one's going to be off the head of Nick Zarens, and the ball's going to be headed back for Brinkerhoff, and Brinkerhoff had to do a good job of getting to that one, because Zarens and Prossel were both bearing down on him, trying to get that ball, trying to make this a 4-1 game. So his kick is going to go. It's going to be headed by Ortlieb. Broncos now control it again. Thomas Boss, far side for Drew Cobbs. Cobbs trying to center it for Jordan Green, but that one's going to be intercepted. And now Josh Brinkerhoff has it. Dordt controlling the ball in the defensive third. Gets it up now for Josh Brinkerhoff again. His pass back for Talsma. Talsma does a good job of running that one down. Drew Cobbs being stingy there with the defense, and they are going to say that it is going to be Dordt defenders' ball, as there were 2 players right there, 1 for each team, trying to win control of that ball, but the Broncos going to win it after the throw-in. Zarens has it. He's going to center it up for Aaron Mulgrew. Mulgrew going to go near side for Shane Davidson. Broncos trying to find another opening, as the Dordt defenders are a lot more spread out than they were back in the first half. Now Zarens has it. Zarens lining up a shot with the right foot, but it looked like he did not get all of it, as John Brinkerhoff was able to get right there, as the ball didn't even make it to the 6-yard box. So the punt goes to Miedema. He's going to give it off to Henry Murray. Henry Murray is going to be fouled there by the Hastings College Broncos, so that will be another foul on Hastings College, allowing the Dordt defenders to get a free kick here. 13:40 left in the second half. of this ballgame. Hastings College with that 3-1 lead. Ball's going to be set up now for Van Wylen, but a good job by the Bronco defense to head that one away, but the ball's going to go out of bounds on the end line as that was Shane Davidson who kicked it out, and there's going to be a corner kick here for this Dordt Defenders team. So that will be the second one of the match for them, their first here of this second half. So Van Holland is on the corner kick. That was a long kick. It goes all the way across the pitch and nearly out of bounds, but a good job by Hiedema to keep that ball in. Ball now out of bounds on the Broncos, so that'll be a throw in here for the Dordt College defenders. And the ball gets up. That's Mulgrew with it. Mulgrew trying to find Nick Zarens, and the ball's going to pinball back and forth. Broncos trying to get numbers forward here. Thomas Boss has it. He's going to go near side for Prossel, but that one's going to be off the head of Brian Miller and out to the Dordt defense. Now Van Holland with it. Van Holland's going to cross sides of the field here. And he was going to try to make a run at it, but Tyler Ortlieb was right there. And they're going to call a foul on Ortlieb as Van Holland just went running into him and just crashed into Ortlieb. And then he went down immediately. Brady Van Holland is the one on the ground now for Hastings, for Dordt, and now finally they're going to ask for the clock to be stopped for this injury timeout. So Van Holland looks to be walking it off just fine. So that'll be a free kick here for the Dordt defenders, as Ben Ness will be the one who will be taking it. So I don't know if they're still trying to let Van Holland walk off, or if he's just trying to walk it off, or what the deal is. But it looks like he's just going straight for the bench. And because he's doing that, he's all the way up at the very top right of the screen if you're watching us. Just now reaching the bench. And that is going to cause a substitution to come in. Looks like Braden Graves will be the one who comes in for this Dordt team. So Graves in, meaning that Ben Ness can now finally take the free kick for this Dordt team. He's going to send it into the box, and Geyer is going to make a save on that one as it deflected off of somebody at the top of somebody's head, and Geyer was there to make the save. So the ball's going to be set up now. Murray is the one trying to get at it, and good Bronco defense is going to get that ball out of there. Now Zarens going to get it back from Mulgrew. Mulgrew has Drew Cobb streaking on that one. He's got it on the far side, and he's going to set it up for Jordan Green now. Green, just outside the 18-yard box, gets it to Prossel. Prossel takes a shot. That one's blocked. And the defenders are going to be able to control that one. That was Zarens on the shot, not Prossel. Now Prossel has it for Mulgrew. Mulgrew going to get to the top of the 18-yard box, get it over to Prossel. Now Prossel's centering feed. Nobody there was looking for maybe Jordan Green. Green was idle on that play, though, not running in on the ball. So Shane Davidson now has it, gets it to Brian Kudrin. Kudrin to the far side for Broody. Then Broody's going to get it to Drew Cobbs. Cobbs looking for something in the middle, can't find anything, gets it back to Thomas Boss. Now Boss for Jordan Green. Green going to get it near side for Mulgrew. Mulgrew down to the near corner for Prossel. Prossel looking for somebody in the middle. Now he gets it to Davidson. Davidson from just outside is going to send this one up. Looked like it was for Drew Cobbs, but it was just too high for Cobbs, the junior, on that one. But the Broncos will still retain possession of the ball. So Ortlieb for Mulgrew. And that one's going to go to Zarens, but Zarens' pass for Cobbs is going to be deflected by the defender, but they are going to call a foul on, I believe Henry Murray is the one that foul was on. So the Broncos will have a free kick here from just outside the 30. They're going to make it a quick one as Brian Kudrin setting the ball down and just doing a quick kick. They're already saying that one 5 times fast. Ball's going to be set up now for Cobbs. Cobbs from the top of the 18 box. He's running into the middle. Gets it for Zarens, and Zarens hits the crossbar on that one. And that is going to be a good scoring chance on that one for Nick Zarens. But it's going to be off the crossbar and over the net. So that is going to be no goal for the Hastings College Broncos. And now Brinkerhoff will be the one who sends this one long. So Kudrin has it. His pass forward is going to be headed by a Dordt defender. Van Weilen was trying to play it, but Thomas Boss stole it from him. Boss now to the center for Jordan Green. Green running to the near side for Mulgrew. Mulgrew for Prossel. Prossel now trying to find something in the center. Not going to find anything, but Jordan Green, who gets it to Boss, who will one-touch it back to Brian Kudrin. Now for Thomas Boss. Gets it far side for Drew Cobbs, and now Cobbs with it in the center to Zaren. Broncos just going to keep passing the ball along. They're trying to kill as much time as they can here before getting another shot on goal. 8:45 left here in the second half of this game. Now Prossel near side. Going to go into the center for Mulgrew. Mulgrew with a touch, and he's going to keep the ball. He's inside the penalty area, and he's going to just one-touch it to Jordan Green. Now, Green trying to find some room, and he's going to stop it and get it out to Prossel. Prossel into the center for Zarens, and he's going to miss that one just high once again, as he has now missed high on back-to-back headers by a total of about maybe 3 inches. So the Broncos killing a lot of time on that last possession, killed over a minute of clock, and now the Broncos going to get a ball once again off the goal kick. So Kudrin will control it here in the middle of the area. Gets it to Shane Davidson out on the right. For Mulgrew. Near side for Prossel. Prossel with a one-touch pass to Zarens. Who gets it in Thomas Boss. Has Cobbs on the far side, but instead is going to choose to send it into the 18-yard box where nobody was making a run at it. And John Brinkerhoff will be the one who scoops that one up. So ball set up now for Thomas Boss. And Boss over for Drew Cobbs. Cobbs trying to find somebody. And we'll send it back to Brian Kudrin. Kudrin gets it into the middle for Aaron Mulgrew. Mulgrew has Boss running at it. Boss is able to get past the defender and takes a shot, and it's going to be deflected high of the net there as Thomas Boss took the shot from inside the 6-yard box and nearly had a shot, but that is going to result in another corner kick for the Hastings Broncos as that one was deflected up and over the net. So that will be the third corner of this half for Hastings College, their 11th of the match. Hastings College trying to pump its team up here. Ball's going to go for Jordan Green. Green didn't quite play it right, but that one is going to go out of bounds on the end line. That's going to be a goal kick, as Green tried to get that one just before it went out of bounds, but he was unsuccessful in it, but got a decent-looking shot off anyway, even if it doesn't count. So the goal kick is going to go long. That was going to be tipped off the head of Van Weilen, and it's going to roll all the way down to Alex Geyer. And Geyer not even going to pick it up, just going to kind of control it until Henry Murray was there and kick it off to Ortlieb. Ball set up now for Shane Davidson. Davidson for Green on a one-touch pass to Prossel. Prossel into the middle for Thomas Boss, and Boss with a nice pass to Cobbs. Broncos have numbers forward here. Ball's going to be set up for Broody. Broody into the center, and that was going to be scooped up there by John Brinkerhoff. And it's a good thing it was, as there were two Bronco offenders right there. Mulgrew and Zarens. So now Brinkerhoff will kick that one long. Jordan Green is actually going to win that one. Jordan Green playing back on the Broncos side of the pitch. And ball set up now for Cobbs. Cobbs for Zarens. Zarens with a few defenders around him. He's going to kick it back to Broody, who's going to swing it over to Jordan Green. Green just going to keep the ball swinging across to Mulgrew. Mulgrew going to kill a little bit of time here. A little over 5 minutes left in the in the second half of this game. Mulgrew. Over for Shane Davidson. Davidson on the near side is going to take a shot, but he's going to miss that one and send it wide. Very close to having another goal on that one was Shane Davidson. Davidson not really much of an attacker. He just has 2 goals on the season, 2 goals and an assist. So we're going to have a substitution here for Hastings College as Prossel will come out. Chris Gusios will come into the match now. So here's Kudrin now on it. Going to give it to Mulgrew. Mulgrew near side for Davidson. With a little over 4 minutes left here in the regular season. Gusios now. Going to run into the center of Boss and gives it a one-touch pass back for Gusios. Gusios trying to get some fancy footwork, gets the ball over for Cobbs. Cobbs running into the center with it now. Cobbs passes it off to Gusios with a one-touch pass back for Cobbs, and that one's going to go out of bounds on the end line for a corner kick. I'm going to see yet another corner kick here for Hastings College, so we'll see if they can even get a shot off. Hastings College is yet to get a shot off of a corner kick. So Thomas Boss, a junior from Auckland, New Zealand, taking this corner kick, and that one's going to be over for Nick Zarens. But that one is going to be played by John Brinkerhoff, who is going to control it now. 3:20 to go here in the second half of this ball game. Hastings College with a 2-goal lead here late. Mulgrew has it now. Going to back it up for Jordan Green, who's going to one-touch it to Boss. Now far side for Drew Cobbs. And Cobbs going to center it up. Gets it back for Boss. And that one is not going to quite go, as that one's going to be kicked away by Josh Brinkerhoff. Now ball's set up for the Broncos. Zarens back for Broody. Cobbs for Zarens, and the ball's set up for Broody, but a good play by the defense. I believe Brinkerhoff was there also to try to get that one. And the kick out by the Dordt defenders is going to go out of bounds on the sideline for a throw in. And the ball's being kind of batted around over there on that far sideline. Just helps the Broncos kill a little bit more time. 2:20 to go now. So Jordan Green gets it far side for Thomas Boss. Boss is going to center it up for Mulgrew. Mulgrew's got a chance. Nobody here, and then he's going to kick that one, but that one's going to be saved by John Brinkerhoff as a good look there from Aaron Mulgrew, but just not quite the shot that he was looking for on that one. So now John Brinkerhoff kicks that one, and Van Weilen is going to be the one who tries to play it, but he's going to miss it, and Ortlieb is going to be the one who heads that one back to the keeper, Alex Geyer. Now Shane Davidson gets it, one-touch pass for Gusios. Off the side of the foot of Josh Brinkerhoff and back to the Broncos. Now Zarens. Far side for Tyler Broody, and he's going to get this one. Now ball's back for Zarens. He's going to let that one go to Mulgrew. Mulgrew into the center of the field. Gets it for Jordan Green. 1:15 left now in this match. Drew Cobbs on the far side. Cobbs gets it into Boss. Thomas Boss has Davidson streaking on the far side, but that's going to be off the defender's foot. But Davidson's still going to wind up with it anyway. Gets it to Mulgrew. Mulgrew with a pass into Zarens. Not going to happen, but it's over to Cobbs, and Cobbs off the goalpost. On that one, a great kick by Drew Cobbs, and he's not going to quite get that one. And it's going to go out of bounds for a goal kick. 40 to play now. The Dordt defender is going to try to control it, but it's off of a foot, and it goes back to Brian Kudrin. Kudrin at the center back for this Broncos team and is going to try to control it for as much time as possible. Now ball set up for Boss. Maybe time for one last run at the goal. Cobbs. Near side for Mulgrew. Mulgrew going to get it for Gusios. One-touch pass for Zarens, who one-touches it back for Gusios, but that was going to be read by the Dordt defense. 3 on the clock now. And as the buzzer sounds, Hastings College is the GPAC regular season champions of men's soccer. With that win, Hastings College advancing to 9-1 in the 10-game GPAC conference season, whereas the Dordt Defenders will finish at 6-3-1 in this one. So a good game here for Hastings College, as had a 3-1 victory, trailing 1-0 at half, and Broncos just came back and battled to take this one by a score of 3-1. So we're going to take a break here from Lloyd Wilson Stadium. Don't go anywhere. This is Bronco Soccer on HC Media.
James asks, why isn't Runza a nationwide chain, or even worldwide? Great question, James, and one we get a lot. Lots of other restaurants have locations all over the place. Why? Because they don't have to double dip onion rings in homemade batter or prepare original Runza sandwiches by hand. But we do, and we're pretty picky about the way we do things. Because if you try to be too many places at once, you'll just end up looking ridiculous.
When you throw away money on wasted electricity, you're throwing away everything you could have bought with it. Saving energy saves you money. Learn more at energysavers.gov.
Welcome back to Lloyd Wilson Stadium here, where the Hastings College Broncos have knocked off the Dordt College Defenders 3-1 here in this game. It was really a lot more lopsided than it could have been. The final score was a lot closer than it could have been, as the stats very lopsided in favor of the Hastings College Broncos. In terms of shots, Hastings College with 31 total shots on this game versus Dordt, who only had 2 shots total, both of those in the first half. Shots on goal, Hastings College had 10 versus the 2 shots on goal for the Dordt College Defenders. meaning that Brinkerhoff was on his game. He had 7 saves in the match, whereas Alex Geyer just had the 1. So Brinkerhoff was a lot busier than Geyer was in this one. Defensively, Hastings College had 9 fouls versus the 3 for the Dordt defenders. Corner kicks went to the Broncos. Broncos had 12 corners versus just the 2 for the Dordt College defenders. And then offside, Broncos were offsides twice, and then the Dordt College defenders were not offside once in this matchup. Jordan Green had 2 goals for Hastings College. Felix Prossel had 1 just in between those 2. So Hastings College getting a couple goals from the big senior on senior day. The 1 goal in this match came for Josh Brinkerhoff early on in that first game. So a good job here by these 2 teams. Hastings College 9-1 in the conference, 12-6 overall to finish the regular season. Dordt finished the regular season 6-3-1 in conference and 10-7-1 overall. They are now 2-5 on the road, whereas Hastings College 8-1 here on the home turf. So next game for these 2 teams will be on Thursday, as shortly here after all of the GPAC games are finished, they will announce who has what seed in the GPAC tournament. So if the standings stay the same as they will now, Hastings will either play Concordia or Dakota Wesleyan, and the Dordt defenders would most likely play Morningside. So those games will be on Thursday, but some games that we do know what will happen, our next broadcasts will be on Tuesday, as Tuesday is a big day for HC Media. So if you're tuning in to hcmediaonline.org, you will see 2 matchups that night, as the women's soccer team will be facing an opponent to be named in just a short little bit here, as that will be the first round of the GPAC tournament Tuesday night. The time will also be announced when the opponent is announced. And then a big, big, big night at Lynn Farrell Arena, as the Hastings College volleyball team will be placing the Midland Warriors. Hastings College, number 6 volleyball team in the country. Midland, number 22 currently. That will be pink night. That will be a huge game for that one. Myself and Ross Struess will have the call for that one. Justice Stoles, maybe Andy Butler will have the call for the women's soccer game against an unknown opponent yet, opponent to be announced. So that's going to do it here from Lloyd Wilson Stadium. Sports director for this game was Dan Stimman. Ross Struess directed it, my color commentator for the volleyball game on Tuesday. The cameras were Holly Wolf, Matt Bennett, and Nikki Sherrill. Matt Seivert was the one who ran the couple of replays that we had. Autumn Connolly was the graphics. Production editor for the game was Alan Hamill. The person who posted video highlights shortly on HC Media Online will be Mike Grant. And thanks to our advisor, as always, Chad Power and Sharon Brooks on the radio side. So that's going to do it here from Lloyd Wilson Stadium. Hastings College with a 3-1 victory over the Dordt defenders. That's going to do it here from Lloyd Wilson Stadium. I'm Kirk Onorf. Thank you for joining us.